If I got a video for you to help you hit your driver absolutely fantastic, you're gonna feel like this thing is a weapon. And all we have to do is a few simple things that all great drivers of the golf ball do. And once we incorporate that technique, driving is gonna get to be fun. Now the first one is we need to be behind the golf ball. So when I measure tour pros, as they come down into impact, their head is well behind the golf ball. They're almost looking at the golf ball from behind it like this. I see a lot of players when they're hitting drivers, especially drivers that are very poor drivers of the golf ball, they'll get that head in front, and now all of a sudden my nose is over the golf ball or in front of the golf ball, and I'm gonna start to chop down, or I'm gonna back up out of my posture, I'm gonna flip it, I'm gonna do all these things that I don't wanna do. So let's go ahead and do a little trick here. It's gonna help us get in the right position. I wanna play the ball on kind of the inside of my left foot. The exact position is up to you. You can move it around, but anywhere up there is good. I'm gonna take a stance that's slightly wider than shoulder width, that way I can get some good power into the shot. And I'm gonna put my hands with my fingertips even on my thighs. So I mean my fingertips are at the same level here as I set up. I'm straight up and down here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tilt and I'm gonna let my hips go forward, my upper body go back slightly. That's gonna take my shoulders and tilt them a little bit more this way. And my fingertips on my right hand are gonna come down until they're just above my knee or my right knee. So I'm gonna slide them down this way. Now they're just above my knee. My left hand is going to be moving up my leg like this as that happens. And now I've got my body in the perfect angle to be able to hit this ball from the inside and be really shallow. So now that I'm here, I'm behind the golf ball now, I feel like I'm going to stay there the entire time. It's going to help me to get in from the slot. And if you look from face on, you're going to see that I'm not moving around all over this. I can really stay in that one position. Even though I'm getting a little weight shift, my head is staying there, which is going to make me very consistent. Now if you do this correct, you should be able to hit a nice power draw out there because your body's in the position to make that happen. Let's go ahead and try that out. There we go, crushed that one. Felt really nice, stay from the inside, 306, great club head speed and ball speed, so really nice shot. Now, if you're not set up in the right way, if you don't have your body behind the golf ball and you're in front like that, I find that you'll fight that forever. You'll try all these other tips and your body's just out of position. It's going to be too hard to do the other things you want to do. So maybe if you're sliding in front and you're steep, well, it's going to be tough to get from the inside, shallow it out if I'm sliding in front. So fix that one piece first. Keep your head behind the golf ball. Now you're in position to where you can do the other things that great golf drivers do. So let's go ahead and do 5 reps of this. Again, slide your fingers down to your right fingers above your knee. Do that and make a practice swing. Do 5 reps of that so you get the feeling of it. Then you can go ahead and start hitting some golf balls. Now the second piece of it makes it really easy to get shallowed out and from the inside. Makes it almost foolproof to do this. Now I have an impact bag here, and if you want this exact impact bag, this is my favorite one. Eyeline Golf makes this one. It has a couple slants for your irons. It's very durable. Love this impact bag. I'll put a link in the description or somewhere on this page. If you buy one of these from that link, we get a few bucks, helps us to make these great videos for you. Keep on making this great content. But if not, use a pillow, use a rolled up towel. You can use whatever you want to make this happen. This is just the one that I prefer. So I'm going to put it 1 foot behind my golf ball, and it's going to be in line with my golf ball. So what I mean by that is, if I put a club on the edge of this impact bag on this wall of it, it should be lined up with my golf ball here. Now that allows me to swing from the inside, miss this impact bag, and get that nice draw without ever hitting it. Now if I start to lean in front again, like we talked about, I start to get steep on the downswing, I'm going to be chopping down in that impact bag. It's in the way. Now be careful to give yourself a little bit extra space at the beginning and then gradually scoot that forward if you're an over-the-top player. Again, I'm going to do my tilt, and then from here, here's what I'm going to feel. I'm going to feel like now that my body is behind it, I've cleared out an alley for me to swing this way. Now that's exaggerated. I want to feel like this club is almost on this wall back here and then swinging out to that wall over there. Now that's not really happening, but I can tell you the number of people that I see that over shallow the club, almost 0. The number of people that I see that get too steep and out here, almost 100%, right? So let's go ahead and exaggerate this. I've got my body in a good position now. I'm going to feel like this club gets back on this wall and then swings out toward that wall. Again, not really going to happen, but that's the feeling that we want to have. Again, here I'm going to try to hit a nice little power draw. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, hit that one nice. Started down the right center, drawing back. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Great distance, 299, carried 280 in the air. Very happy with that one. Now, I wasn't going 100% at it. I can always kick it up a little bit, but I find this last thing helps you to swing as hard as you want to and not have to worry about that ball coming back. So do your 5 reps of that again. We got our tilts. We did 5 reps with the fingertips. We did 5 reps, club into the wall, missing this impact bag. And now finally, this is the piece that I think makes this easy to do. You see, when you're coming over the top, this right forearm gets high. And as I'm making my downswing, if I'm over the top or steep, you're gonna see my right forearm is kind of covering up my left forearm where you almost can't see it on the camera there. It's blocking it. Now, if I do this correctly and I come from the inside with some good lag, look how now my right forearm is well underneath my left forearm. You could even have a player put a club shaft between your forearms and kind of set it like that. I won't be able to do this because I'm just by myself, but I'm gonna have someone even put a club kind of last parallel. They should be able to fit a club between your forearms there. So whenever you pause, last parallel means when my club shaft is parallel to the ground in the downswing, you should be able to fit a golf club through there and not be able to hit it. If I'm steeper, no way I'm getting a club in there. It's gonna feel like I'm snapping that off. Now from there, that puts me in a position where I have this late lag. I'm from the inside, and now I'm gonna feel like I hammer this ball from the inside. Here's what I mean by that. If I had a wall here, let's actually pretend I'm gonna hit this wall. If I was gonna hit this wall with my club, I'd turn the tip of the club out like I got it like an axe. If I come through here, I'd be doing exactly that. Look how my right forearm is lower than my left arm. And then from there, I'm gonna have my hands almost to this wall, and then I'm gonna release the club and hammer it. It feels really powerful. That's the exact same thing you're doing in your golf swing. I'm getting this club lagging from the inside, right forearm below the left, and then I'm gonna hammer that golf ball from the inside the same way that I was hammering the wall right there. Now that's a very powerful feeling for most players, and once you feel that, it's like the light bulb goes off. Now I understand why I have to be behind the golf ball. That's to get me in this position. Now I understand why I can miss this bag and still hit a great shot. That gets me in that same position. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the 3 things we mentioned, another 5 reps of that hammer motion with the right forearm lower, and you've got the feel of exactly what you need to do. Let's go ahead and give it a whirl here. I'm gonna crank this one up a little bit. Let's get a little bit more swing speed on this one. There we go, went a little harder at that one. Again, the nice draw came from right to left. 318 on that one, club head speed went up to 120. But the best part is, I don't have to worry about it. I know that I can swing as hard as I want to because that ball is going to come back from right to left because my body's in the right position and my club's working in the right way. Now, there's one last piece, one final piece that I think players have been taught wrong, and that's to release the club in a roll type method. Now, I've made a video that I call the anti-roll method. If you do this one thing wrong, it's going to throw a big wrench in the works. You're gonna feel like, hey, I can see this feels powerful to me. I can see how Clay is hitting the heck out of the golf ball by doing that. But because of the way that I've been taught to release the club, everything's going to the right when I have the correct mechanics. You see, you need to learn the mechanics that the pros have, which is the anti-roll method, what I call the anti-roll method. That's my specific way of teaching it. I'm gonna play a preview of my anti-roll method video. I'm gonna teach you the right way to release it so that you can get in these positions and release the club to get it to draw every single time. Once I show you this, you'll realize, oh man, I've been releasing the club the wrong way for a very long time. So I'll play a preview of that video here in just 1 second. All you need to do is go ahead and click one of the cards that pops up on your screen. If you don't see the card, don't worry. Go down to the description below this video, click the link there, and you'll get instant access. I can't wait to see you in the anti-roll method. Here's the bottom line. If you've been taught to roll the club in the early downswing, that causes the shaft to get steep, and that steep club causes all your problems. Causes you to hit it way behind the big hitters and way inconsistent with your quality of strikes. So you're in the tall grass and the trees and the hazards all day long. Now the great news is this, there's really only 2 pieces that you need to know to fix all these problems. The first one is we need to learn the proper way to square up the club face. Instead of rolling the forearms and getting steep, there's another way that the pros do this. Once you learn this right way to square up the club face, then you can shallow out from the inside and everything starts to fit together. Now I'm going to teach you this right now in what I call the anti-roll method. You may also hear this called the motorcycle move or the tour twist, but let's walk through exactly how to do that. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and go kind of in the last parallel in the downswing. So here, I want my hips to go ahead and be opening up. I want my club to be parallel with the ground, and I want my hands to be in front of my right thigh. Now, when I take my grip, you're going to notice that when I do this, the club face is basically straight up and down. So if I'm looking at it from this angle, you'll see the face is straight up and down, and my logo of my glove is pointed out in front of me. Now from there,